Yngva?
Allan?
How can you be here?
I might ask you the same question.
Weren't you to stay in Sjöholm for 3 more weeks?
Weren't you to visit your friend in Sjöholm today?
Is that why you left?
Lieutenant!
I'm sorry, but you have been so peculiar, I don't dare say rude, as of like that one could hypothesize anything as a reason for you leaving.
I cannot ask you to sit down, my mother is not home.
But it is for her to visit this man, so...
Her?
Yes, well, I mean, you once said how dear she was to you. To not be far too unwelcome in your home, I took the liberty to pay her a visit and greet her.
But how did you know where we live?
You previously told me that you lived at Kungsholmen in Stockholm, in a little house painted yellow that was in a garden. And luckily there aren't that many yellow painted wooden houses in gardens these days, and well, here I am.
But now I have come home, so you must understand that the greeting of my mother is no longer necessary.
Would you mind if I sit for a bit anyway? You do not know it, but you are my 3rd visit today. I really am extremely tired. Would you allow it? Yngva!
I'm asking you, Lieutenant Eksköld, to leave. I know, it was not right, cowardly to keep my silence. I should have ridden. I should have told you.
Do you love another?
Another? No.
Now you revealed yourself. My darling, come to me.
A single minute of happiness, and whatever comes, may come.
Finally. My own magnificent and unruly girl.
No! Don't let me go, as of yet. Promise that you will never, never let me go.
I will not. My only so beloved wife.
Wife?
My dashing, felicitous little wife. As the one I got to know at first. I think I have never seen a face as radiant as yours.
More. Talk more to me.
But first, we should see it safe, won't you? Unless you still want to run me out of your house.
Hurry up and talk to me about our love.
But we have an entire future in front of us.
Do you think I'm beautiful, Allan?
Very.
Lovable?
Oh, yes, very much so.
And do you think that I talk, move, and walk like other people?
No, I do not. There is nobody who talks, moves, or walks as adorably as you.
What's your father like?
Him? Oh, he's the most splendid man I know.
I'm guessing he's also a man free of prejudice, then.
Free of it? No, he's not. You see, his code of honor is so phrased, so set into stone that for him, what is right, regardless of circumstances. This turns him stern, against his will, but at times very stern. But it matters not. I'm used to short reins, as you well know. And the hands we're holding them are good.
Do you think he will deem me worthy, I mean me personally, to be the wife of his son?
In all regards, my sweet little fiancé. I just wish.
What?
I think it would be fine. Descent is important to him, but honor even more so. And what else would be more honorable than a widow caring for a child?
What do you know of my family's circumstances?
Well, the source is not far. Dr. Sandén, our mutual friend, had written to his sister.
Yes, I know. But let us speak about our love. Only for a bit more.
No. Let us speak about our future. Ellen's boy is lovely. It's in the hills surrounded by birch and oak trees. I will inherit it. It's an old agreement. When I get married. Or more like, when we get married.
When we get married?
You'll see. And we will have the most darling guest room for your dear mother. Why are you twitching?
I'm not twitching.
Yet, I doubt we will ever find a room, a place, as soulful like this. Yes, soulful. There is no other way to put it. Your home really is lovely.
Allan, tell me just once more that you love me.
I love you.
And kiss me just once more. Thank you. Now you must leave.
Leave, but I must talk to your mother at once.
Later, not now. I will write, explain. Where do you live?
On Kristiansson, but
Don't ask, just listen and obey. If you truly love me.
Yngva, we must take down some shits at once. A stranger? What is this, a delivery?
yes, in fact, a very large one. Even so large that it feels odd to stand here as a stranger in front of you. Yngva, of course, has told you, has confided.
And you are...
The one who wants to rob you of a daughter and give you a son. Yes.
Yngva?
Lieutenant Eksköld, my mother.
What?
24 years old, in love, healthy, happy, not worthy of being your son-in-law, but who would do anything in his power to...
Son-in-law? Who are you?
I don't know what to tell you. Allan Eksköld, lieutenant at Nerke.
And you are proposing to my daughter? You?
So, you have not been told. I just assumed, I thought.
Who is your father?
Protocol Secretary George Eksköld.
Well. I beg forgiveness, but the surprise, the shock.
I just assumed that Yngva, who holds her mother so dear, would have shared that...
In cases such as these, one is shy even towards one's own mother. I beg that you be so kind as to leave us alone for a while. Thank you for coming, and I ask that you please come back tomorrow at 11 a.m. to visit. But right now, I can't bear to.
You are very pale. I would like to ask forgiveness for my clumsiness, but...
You have nothing to be worried about, but please, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. I will see you, Yngva.
Where did you get to know him?
In Kvälholm, he was visiting one of the neighbors.
Does he know? So you have denied me.
No, but kept my silence.
He needs to be told.
Of course.
Maybe that will be enough.
Oh yes, mother. That will surely be enough.
Do you love him?
More than my own life.
Do you remember, Doctor, what I answered? What I put as a strict requirement before we accepted your kind offer of Yngva's visit to your sister?
No.
Well, that your sister was to know everything.
Yes, so what?
You made a promise and yet you broke it.
Ah, the treatment must be corrected after the patient. It would be a dishonor, such a devilish dishonor if I were to let the poor child travel without luggage. You were saying?
You meant well, but you still caused so much harm.
I'll be damned.
Yesterday, when I got home, I found him here. It seems as if Yngva has fled his presence, and yet he followed her here. Nonetheless, he asked me for her hand.
There's nothing wrong with that?
Nothing wrong. Do you know his father?
A friend from academia.
So you think he will approve of the choice of his heir?
No. Oh, yeah, yes. What I mean is, I think we could have hardly found a more unsuitable stepfather. He's well armed with principles, ideally landscaped in all that hellishness.
And to stand before him as an imposteress.
Imposterous.
Well, yes, Yngva acted as such.
But the youngling must know. Yngva must have told him.
Yngva has kept her silence.
Ah, you raised her in honesty.
Doctor!
I'm only saying that the truth isn't that lively if it's just left alone. Is she in love?
No. At least I hope that she's not. I hope this is just a passing fancy for the first young man to ever show her attention. Say, don't you think so, Doctor? See, here. Here is a letter I received this morning.
Miss Edley. Dear Mrs. Ali, I would be thankful if you could see that we meet tomorrow on the 16th of September at noon for a conversation that is of high regards for the both of us. Respectfully, George Eksköld. Very classy.
Will you welcome him?
Me?
Well, yes. Surely you understand how painful such a conversation would be for me. Will you tell him that it's because of me that Yngva will never be able to carry his name?
Wait, no, it isn't him who...
Him? No, thank the Lord. But there are several levels of low, Doctor. I will never consent to this marriage, never.
It seems to me that Yngva should be the one to make that decision.
Yngva, yes, Yngva. I will speak to her at once.
You must forgive me, I have a patient. Oh, and may I add that if the boy is any sort of man, he'll disregard both his father's principles and her social status.
But you are coming.
All right, damn it, I'll come.
Before 12?
Yes.
No. I wish to greet him myself. It was cowardly to keep my silence, but it would be even more cowardly to let my mother speak for me.
Child, why didn't you speak the truth?
Truth? Oh, how I despise that word.
Yngva.
You think it's so easy? Telling the truth? You also said that a person who spoke the truth and did good deserved the liking of people. Nobody has shown me liking. Cruelty and heartlessness is what I have received.
Who?
Everyone! Do you not think I remember how we both got starved and left in the cold when I was a little girl? And ever since I've learned to understand why. And then, child of Mamsel, bastard. Yeah, that was me. Do you remember that little girl who used to walk me home from school and who you were so nice to? Do you know why she was walking me home from school? It was a punishment for her pride towards me. She was punished to be seen with me on the streets.
You should have told me, child. Why didn't you tell me?
Because I felt that if I complained, I would simply die. And the shame, I felt such shame. I still do.
Ashamed of me?
No, but of myself. Oh, Mother, you should have seen me the first days in Sjöholm. I went deep into the forest and I screamed. And I screamed and I screamed at the top of my lungs. I think it was everything hidden inside me that needed to escape. And then I laughed. I laughed and I laughed until I cried. I felt such joy. Yes, I know. I should have told them, told him, but I simply couldn't. Not for the life of me. Mother, you have no right to require this of me. You can't see me. You can't tell me what my duties are. It's not my fault that the duty is so very heavy.
Do you love him with your very being?
I do.
And if he sticks by you, and his father does, regardless of your birth, even though he's so rich and so entitled, he would give his blessing. Don't regain your faith.
It would reconcile many things, surely. Mother, I wish to receive him in the garden. It will be easier to speak outside.
Late. Dishonorable both for a military man and her husband to be, but to be poor that the driver was drunk and denied the existence of a yellow wooden house on this street.
Welcome, Lieutenant.
I hope you have recovered from the museum.
Entirely.
Where is Yngva? Or Mrs. Yngva, I could say for now.
In the garden. She wanted to receive you there. But please, Lieutenant, a minute of your time first.
Gladly. You have given me Yngva. Thank you for Yngva.
I have one question for you, that is all. Are you entirely sure and convinced that your feelings for Yngva are of love and not a passionate feeling with no deeper meaning?
Oh yes, of that I'm sure. I have fancied many girls, but this is something different entirely. It's as if my love for her is so stuck to me that one would have to remove my entire heart to rid me of it. You can love if you'd like, but it is how it feels.
You hardly know Yngva.
I know her enough to love her.
But if your father refuses to give his blessing...
He will not.
I'm saying if he does.
Then I will convince him. I mean, he holds me very dear and he can't say no. Not when he sees Yngva. And you.
Me?
Yes. They are other kinds of nobility than the inherited ones. Would you love me?
But please, Lieutenant, do not forget...
What?
Nothing.
I'm sorry, the door was open, so I let myself in.
The door's always open. Ah, good day, Eksköld.
Oh, it is you. What a surprise.
Well, I'm an old friend of the house, and for reasons that will soon be clear, the hostess has given me the task of accepting you in her place, but I'll be damned if you haven't gotten handsome.
And you, original. Well, you always had a leniency towards originality. I'm up here in Stockholm on a family matter, something which I knew nothing about until yesterday when Allan... Nevertheless, my purpose here today is to prevent any mindless actions.
You cannot find a more beautiful, cute, or well-raised daughter-in-law than Yngva if you try.
As I said, we shall see. I will never force Allan to do anything, but neither will I allow him to make rash decisions that will see him throw his entire future away. Anyway, who is Mrs. Sandén?
An honorable woman.
That gladdens me. And of the man?
Joker, I suppose.
What?
Well, I never knew him.
He died then, when the daughter was still young.
Well, the girl has no father. In the eyes of the law.
She is born out of wedlock.
If you said she's born outside of marriage, you would be close to the truth, yes.
That brings me great pain.
Ah, so you say.
Yes, that my son is getting mixed up with these kinds of adventurous women, I mean.
Adventurous women, sir. Do you think I would name myself the guardian? The types of women that you describe them as?
Well, it seems so, since neither mother nor daughter have remembered to tell Allan about the abnormality of their living condition.
Damn it, that fault is mine and no one else's. Would you please sit down? One day, I was upon this house as a doctor. The mamsella didn't too much root moves. And there, I saw Miss Lee. May I say, you would have to look long and hard for a woman as passionate about her child such as she. She worked, starved, dragged, well... I'm not saying she's a saint. I mean, who is it 20 and some years? Insecure and introverted, defiant and violent. But this is where the interesting part starts. She was sacrificing herself just so she could keep her child. It's made me furious to see how people, well... You must excuse me. That's an entirely different matter altogether. Well, what do you say now about these honorable women?
I say that a fallen woman is a fallen woman. From her life, society has nothing to gain.
Well, damn it all.
Please, understand me correctly. The time is such that all such things must be put to an immediate stop. We must, without regards to details, hold on to our moral laws. Do you not think I haven't heard stories such as this one before, but I will not, nor wish I, to regard them as excuses for inadequate behavior.
Phrases.
No, sir, convictions. Cases such as these are no longer a matter of the individual, but of society.
But the child is innocent.
The consequences might seem cruel, yes, but they are necessary. Remove the shame from the child and there shall be no limit to recklessness.
She's not reckless.
Possible, even likely, but others in similar situations would no doubt learn about it and consequently would get recklessness doubled.
So you not give the marriage your blessing then? You refuse?
Yes, dear friend, I must refuse, just as you must refuse to knowingly bring disease from one house to another.
The mother has offered to withdraw.
Only to prove my point. It is a preposterous request, and the mother knows it.
But Allan likes her.
Allan is yet to know the truth about her.
Wait! Sir, look.
Then all of Allan's principles are weaker than I thought.
To hell with principles, raising all that foolishness. In my eyes, there are two kinds of people. Happy or unhappy. And you can make two, nay, three people very happy at the same time. May I say, it's not often that an opportunity like this presents itself. Well, honorable women.
A fallen woman cannot be honorable.
You shit.
You fail to understand.
Oh
me.
no, you fail to understand me. Thank the heavens I am not a wig maker.
A wig maker.
Yes, a wig maker. You should leave the splitting of hairs to them. Why does it matter if she's from left or right and she's happy and well? It seems to me that it's more important that she, who has her whole life in front of her, should be happy rather than the unhappiness of a man who has most of his life behind him.
You are very polite.
The youth are the future. And may I add, she's in more need of a protective title than any of your full-blooded damsels.
So I should just show solidarity with morals I have spent my entire life fighting? No, sir. A man who builds with words and demolishes with actions is worth close to nothing. But I am thankful to you for helping me and saving me the immense discomfort this situation would have brought me under current circumstances.
Thank you, devil.
Who are you?
Yngva's mother.
You?
Ask that man, doctor, about his principles 19 years past.
Ha!
Thora.
Yes, Thora. Not much is left of my beauty that once had you entranced, but enough is left for you to remember what has been. Ha! Him, the man of principles. Because you had plenty of those back then too, begging me for my love, on your knees at my feet. Allurements, promises, all the tricks to awaken my love back to him. And when he failed, ha! How low a man can sink.
A man can know his duty, but not always be able to carry it through.
So, no, I never thought that the bitterness would linger so.
I loved you, Thora. You have no idea how much.
Loved! You see, Doctor, I awoke this man's affection long before I even knew what it meant. Soul and body were not in the same place. I was just waiting for life, that the rich, wonderful life would start. When it never did, I felt tired, so tired and so disappointed. At times it pained me so that I wished I would just die. But then the relief came. Love. It was his cousin I loved. He brought poetry, life, happiness. For me, this elegant man was the ideal of everything noble. Do you know what that man proceeded to do?
You remember the action, but forget the cause.
Well, surely you didn't do anything. Nothing that could be judged in a court of law. You just kept your silence, vengeful silence, when I could have been saved from despair by a single sentence. His cousin was married.
Married? You bastard.
I thought I assume that
You thought! You really thought that...
Well, in all honesty, I did not! But just as a man sick with fever cannot be predicted or held to his actions, I was sick with envy then.
If you can forgive yourself, surely you can forgive me.
It may seem so, but my wrongs concern me. Yours concern the world.
Hear me well. There was a time when I hated you 1,000-fold over him. Because your action was less humane than his. But then, I've learned to forgive. I thought I had learned to forgive. Let my child have her happiness, and I will thank you, despite of it all.
I think now is the time to disregard your precious principles.
Why ever? An act in our youth should not affect our entire adulthoods.
Then try to regard my wrong as humane, and judge humanely.
It is a human...
Ah, the hell you are!
Listen, she's laughing. She must be allowed to laugh from natural happiness. The punishment has affected her worse than me. I always had her. Please, I am begging you.
So, you really think that a man is to change his convictions at the flick of a hand? Just because it's so close to me, I have to stand by my principles. It brings me great pain, but I will not, cannot, rob myself of the right to do the right thing.
In that case,
Courage! Have courage.
I just mean I have nothing left to say.
Well, I do. You, sir, have behaved like a pile of dog shit. Oh, that you have. If anyone is to carry the grievance of Yngva's future, let it be you. Morally, you are her father. Legally, it is your cousin. But the game is not yet lost. Allan will find out about this. And when he does, oh, I hope that he is man enough for his hat to disregard both you and your precious theories.
Does Lieutenant Eksköld want?
If only I knew. Yngva!
Yngva? No. All that is left of me is bastard. Nothing. I mean nothing. Just a single word.
My poor beloved won't try.
Not a step closer. Do you really think I am to insult myself? I'm sorry, I mean... Yesterday I dreamt. Today I am awake.
And days it would seem. Could you really believe that?
I only believe what I know, and what I know is what would be best for you would be to leave me and forget about me as soon as you possibly can. I will forget about you as soon as I can.
And you really think that that will be enough for me?
Why not?
Because I love you!
So?
What use is that, Yngva? The approval of my father, we will get it. It's only a matter of time.
Possibly.
Do you really think that he will put the happiness of two people at stake for prejudice? We have to hope. How are we the right to fight? Mignon. Just smile. Smile. Just a little more. So that I can see the dimple that appears to the right of your mouth. A mustache's length away from your mouth. Well, you do not know it, but I have measured the distance in my mind. Well, how are you?
Can't you see? I'm laughing. But now, I must ask you again to please leave me be. Do you think you're acting like a gentleman?
No, but humanely. I'm your fiancé, and I wish to be treated as such.
Don't you see that I have to be what I am? You staying is a cruelty to me.
I understand. And I will respect your wish. As long as you tell me you love me.
There. Now please, leave!
I'll leave. I will go and speak with my father. It will all be taken care of.
Isn't that your wagon?
Oh yes it is. I mean...
I'm sorry, nobody opened to my knocks, so I let myself in.
You're welcome.
Welcome.
Well, yes, now.
So, you know.
Yes, Yngva has told me more than I could have hoped for.
And you're pleased?
More than pleased. I am forever grateful.
Well, it really is our mutual friend, Dr. Sandén, we should be thanking. He said something about...
It will make him pleased.
Thora.
Mr. Protocol Secretary,
Well, our coming kinship gives me the right of first name basis, no?
as you wish. An act such as yours today changes an entire life.
I was so upset when I left you yesterday evening. All the bitterness and resentment, all of it came crawling back, having crossed paths with the likes of you again. Memories awoken. I felt I owed a great debt to you, and I saw no way to repay it. But then it came to me, like a flash from the sky, an idea so simple, so easy, so elegant, so satisfactory for all parts involved. So, I sent off a telegram.
A telegram?
Well, yes, ever since he became a widower, he has been living abroad.
Who?
Yngva's father. He had brought shame over the family name. He has always been a wild spirit. So I thought it best for the legacy of the name that he leaves Sweden. He has been living abroad in Berlin, where he receives a small pension from me, which of course will be doubled after the marriage.
Sorry, whose marriage?
Well, yours of course.
Ours?
So Allan hasn't told you.
Allan just said that everything was arranged.
Ha! Well then, I understand the confusion. Dear Thora, I have the great honor to ask for your hand in marriage on behalf of my cousin, Captain Oscar Eksköld. Well?
Am I to... Was it on this arrangement that Yngva was...
You really think I would lower myself to such a cruel joke towards you? Oscar has already given his consent per telegram. Soon the past will be in the past, and then we'll...
And you're saying I am to marry your cousin?
I have always been deeply sorrowed by his wife's death, but now...
Enough! Never! Never! Can you hear me?
Thora,
Sorry. I realize we must be calmly. Very calmly. Please, sit. I'm sorry, I will walk. I prefer to be in movement. So you are saying that I am to marry your cousin, Captain Oscar Eksköld. Is that correct?
I am more pleased than you can imagine to offer this solution.
Enough. And once I have married your cousin, the widower, Oscar Eksköld, you think Yngva will be cleansed enough to be suited as your daughter-in-law?
She will no longer be a bastard. She will be legitimate, what I need my daughter-in-law to be.
What kind of a man is your cousin?
As before,
He has gambled away the wealth of his late wife, tormented her to death. He has no honor, no shame, I collect, since his living of charities. Tell me, would you consider such a man, even as a servant to you?
It is possible I would refuse.
And you want me to take him as my husband?
May I remind you that he already is your husband, at least as far as your conscience is concerned.
A confusion in youth has no right to cast a shadow upon the rest of a person's life. Such were your words yesterday.
His name is your redemption.
How can it be an honor to be the father of a child, but a great shame to be her mother?
I cannot define modern definitions. Yes, Oscar has his flaws, but he also has a beauty to him. He has a good heart and he always keeps his spirit up. But the decision is simple. Do you accept his offer or not?
I can't. So help me God.
What about Yngva?
Her?
Well, what must feel like a cost to the woman in you must be easy to the mother. Great, well then I'll...
Is a woman then, is a mother then, not a human being?
Well, of course she is. In fact, in double regards. Therefore her responsibility also doubles.
Yes, isn't it so?
Come to your senses, Thora. Your sense of right and wrong are all confused. There we have that lovely young couple. Should I call Allan inside?
Not yet. I will not, cannot.
In that case...
There, let's fetch Yngva and I shall...
You will help me, support me.
What the bloody hell is going on now?
I have given as the sole possibility for Allan and Yngva's union, asked for her mother's hand in marriage to my cousin, Captain Eksköld, and been refused.
Tell me, Doctor, is it mere ridicule that makes me doubt? Me who has lived my whole life to gain the respect of my child, to tear down my own work. Tell me, Doctor, from false sacrifice grows false happiness. Yngva would be a shallow, heartless, unfit human being.
There. At least you had your heart in the right place. And to you, I only wish you good luck.
For what?
To be able to look people in the eye.
I always have been.
When she has been met only by their backs, you will see how it will feel, the freedom of gaining the title of Mrs. Great solution, right?
And you know what he has done.
Possibly he's committed a vile act or two, but that's all in the past. It's long been since forgotten. Besides, he can always suffice as a sign, a symbol. It's no longer about you. It's about Yngva.
I don't have the right to give more than she has the right to receive.
To hell with rights. Besides, this is not a question of rights, but about duty. The mother who can doubt under such circumstances is nothing less than a monstrosity. There, you have my thoughts.
I share his views.
I can't.
For once, be practical in your life. Disregard the higher aim. Nobody understands it anyway.
If Yngva were to murder me to gain advantage, is such a right.
It's not the same.
And yet, a soul is so much more than a body, and you want me to bestow such a responsibility upon her.
There are women who put it on their honor to sacrifice everything for their children.
There are delicate women whom, with bleeding hearts, have begged for their own shame to be able to bribe the world for their children. I know that. Maybe it is noble. I consider it cruel.
With these views,
Do you not see? Yngva will never be able to be happy under such circumstances. She would drown just as me. And yet if you only knew how hard this offer is to refuse.
Well, marry him and let him leave you as far as you please.
Doctor, to vow on something you cannot keep. To swear falsely in the name of God and the earth Eksköld. Please, don't leave. Let me think. This is a small part of your life, a huge sacrifice for us. My poor girl needs so to be happy. She needs to be able to believe.
In her mother! Who can a child believe in if not in her mother?
You're right. But child must believe in her mother. Call Yngva over.
There we have it. Look at that joke. I call it pure.
I had no idea you had been so tainted by these modern ideas. If I had known,
The offer of marriage would never have been.
perhaps, but now it is, and I never break my word. But one thing is for certain, the debt I owe to ancient Thora has now been repaid.
Kiss me, dear child. Like when you were little and Mama was your best friend. Look at her. Isn't she as lovely, as beautiful as the first day you came here?
No, she's not. Then, I loved her more than anything. Now, I love her even more.
Listen to me, child. And think, above all else, think. The conditions on which you and Allan were to be wed cannot meet.
Cannot?
Bloody hell.
My love for your father has since long weared off, and you cannot marry without love, isn't that right?
What about me?
You want me, for your sake, to commit a bad deed?
I never asked you for life. I have suffered, been humiliated. And now that you have the chance to cleanse me, the both of us, of this unfair stain of humiliation, you refuse? No. No, I forbid it. I want to be happy. I claim my right that you make me happy.
What do you claim from him, then?
Him? Oh, Allan!
You refuse? With what right?
The right of a human being.
Is that so? Well, you fancy matters not. Isn't that so, father?
I have done everything you could require of me.
Father denies me as well. Willfulness.
You forget yourself.
I forget nothing! This is about my happiness, father!
This is what you think now. My poor boy, if you knew how it pains me to...
Oh, adoption! Adoption, my name should be as good as any captain's.
It would change nothing.
Father refuses to change his mind.
I never change my mind when it comes to a bad example, and this example is bad by all accounts.
Well, will you wait for me, Yngva? For a year or two?
God be praised.
I have a lot of debts, I know. Paying them on my own might just ruin me. And I suppose it will be difficult at first, but... I mean, if this isn't enough, I always have this. These are... maybe that's why they're here for. So that I can make my own way. The labor always pays.
Watch your tongue. You know me well.
Will you wait for me? Even if I am poor?
I could wait a lifetime. But not here.
What do you mean?
I want to get out. Away. I also want to pave my own way. I will make the world respect me for me, when it won't respect me for the mistakes of others. Come see me, Allan, when we've bought our freedom, both of us.
Farewell. Though I am betrayed, I walk with a lighter heart than you. I have done my duty.
maybe we'll meet again. Although if you ask me, it shouldn't be more than strictly necessary. One that so ruthlessly sacrifices the lives of others. It's probably best left alone. You, Doctor, you have my lives in your hands. It's your job after all. Smile for me. A little more. Thank you. In a year.
Uncle has promised to get me accommodation.
And I will, but will you not stay with my sister for a while?
Few days, thank you, no more. Does Uncle really think I want to eat free food when he has to pay for his? With no help or support as I have been left, I will fight my way forward.
In a few days. Are you leaving me at once?
I think it will be best. The train leaves in half an hour. If you would allow. No, I mean, I think it would be best.
As you will, child.
I have regarded you as a rare woman, Thora, regardless of your obsession with the truth. But to do what you just did, one has to either be damn strong or a damn fool. And you are neither of these things. You are nothing but a heartless, egotistical woman. And heartless, egotistical people can go to hell.
Thank you for your past friendship, Doctor.
Is that all she has to say?
Do patients on the cutting table usually have a lot to say?
Are you all packed up?
Farewell, Mother. I cannot forgive as of yet, but hopefully I'll learn to understand.
Walk with God, child. Now I can wait.
Wait for me outside. I'll be right there. Well, I reckon you feel pretty damn happy now, huh?
Yes.
Here we have Bryer as Yngva, Czech as Thora, Ambre and Lena as Allan Eksköld, father played by Mikael Sturk, and for Sandén by Elvis Kosovac. I'm the director Fredrik Österberg, and my co-director Tyra is hiding there in the corner.